Welcome to our series of Now We're Talking interviews, where we share practical examples of the impact of continuous improvement in business with myself, Paula Newby, CEO of Predixa, and
Kirsten Westholter, Managing Partner of Rising Phoenix Consultancy.
So today we're going to be discussing the approach of using process walkthroughs. It's very easy to become complacent when things are familiar, but challenging and pinpointing some of the basic principles and getting employees' involvement, businesses can find opportunities for improvement. So Kirsten, you were involved with a client in helping them with the process workthrough. Just tell us a little bit about the background.
Of course, and actually I don't want to use like one specific example there. It is something I've done many times for organizations. So what is usually the case, you do have like a certain analysis, and actually like Predixa's rapid analysis could be used for these kind of things. Yep. And you have like a very first insight in the issues in an organization. Yes. What you then do is actually, I call it indeed, or we call it a process walkthrough. Right. You walk with the people through their process, through their activities, and see where are the handovers, what are the inputs and outputs to, for example, the next department, right. And why do they really need certain inputs or outputs. Right, right. And it's really drilling down into that detail where perhaps some of the areas, the bits that fall down the cracks, as it were, could be found. Exactly. And the good thing there is also, if, for instance, a consultant comes in, you have a different view. And a lot of people working in the processes are doing that for maybe many years. And they don't see things anymore. Exactly. So what people like me are doing is asking them certain questions, also about why are you actually doing this? Why are you providing this and this document? Who needs it? Right. And also really asking the employees, do you see any improvements and what are your challenges? So that's also a way to have employee involvement in the whole initiative. Right, I see. And do you ever get any pushback from people when you keep asking the 5 whys or however many times? Of course, like sometimes indeed we use these 5 whys. We also use like lean examples or lean exercises. Not everyone is open to this type of like improvement. So you do get these feedback like, why are you asking actually? And we have always done it like this. Yes. Why should we change? Right. And then it is a pushback or like, who are you to tell us what to do? But do you find after you explain the situation and people see where perhaps some of the opportunities for problems have arisen, that they're more receptive to taking on, to responding with your questions? Of course, and what you do see is if they are able to have like the first improvements done, people get enthusiastic, and there will always be critics. And for me, the main thing is also to find the advocates in an organization and help them push initiatives forward. Right. So by going in deep through the process of an organization, you find the areas that we can improve upon, and then it becomes the process of continuous improvement can be accepted. Exactly, and I would also say on top of that, you would find gaps between what is your current situation, so that is actually the as-is yes. process. And I always like to instruct or help organizations find their to-be processes. Mm-hmm. So meaning by means of these process walks, you find the gaps between the as-is and the to-be. And that is ideally also something which you can include in your continuous improvement initiative. Thank you, Kirsten. Well, if any of you would like to know a little bit more about the walkthrough process, you can contact Kirsten using LinkedIn or using the contact details to be shown. And in the meantime, we'll see you again.